On this week's edition of The Overtime, we will get an inside look at another international athlete who joined the NAU golf team from Essex, England. Next, we will get the scoop on the next-gen motor that has changed NASCAR racing forever. All that and more on this edition of The Overtime. Hello and welcome to The Overtime, Northern Arizona's only sports show. I'm your host, Ava Nichols, joined by sports reporter Marissa Abro. Marissa, tonight is your first Overtime show. Are you excited?
I'm so excited to be here tonight, and I know we've got a great show planned.
The NAU golf team is composed of all but one international athlete. I spoke to Ashley Croft, who joined the diverse golf team from Essex, England. Ashley Croft started golfing at 6 years old when her dad took her to the golf course for the first time. She said she immediately caught on and even played a par 3 course her first day.
My parents, I can't thank them enough because they both really pushed me to chase this dream of coming out to the US.
Croft said she'd always wanted to play golf in the States. She was drawn to Flagstaff's beauty and sunny skies.
So when I was 8 years old, Arizona was the first state I ever visited as a kid with my family. So I had a little soft spot for it. Obviously, Flagstaff is beautiful. The UK is pretty flat in comparison. We don't have any mountains like you see here.
Even though there are several international athletes on the team, NAU's head golf coach Brad Bedortha is grateful for the unique element of cultural diversity Croft offers to his team.
Ashley's impact on the team from her language, the different culture she's from has been great. We have a lot of internationals on our team, and it's neat to get different perspectives, different slang, verbiage, stuff like that. I think that's been really fun. The players have really enjoyed that, and Ashley, being our only English girl on the team, has added a lot to that environment.
Croft said moving to another country at 18 years old was daunting. However, she said the US and the UK had more cultural similarities than differences.
I would say everyone at NAU is just so welcoming, and that was something that really surprised me, was just how much support there is here. I was pretty worried about, coming out here and feeling alone, but actually the amount of staff who are here to support your every need, and the teammates that I have are honestly my 4 best friends.
Ava Nichols, NAZ Today. The Arizona Coyotes general manager Bill Armstrong announced Monday that goaltender Karel Vejmelka has signed a 3-year extension. This contract was signed after the Coyotes traded their veteran goaltender Scott Wedgwood to the Dallas Stars for a 4th-round pick. With their 4th-round pick, the Coyotes acquired Brian Little, who was on the long-term injured reserve list for the Winnipeg Jets. Many believe this trade was a creative way to prevent a sticky financial situation, as the Coyotes are expected to move into a smaller arena and in result lose money from ticket profits.
NASCAR has recently made some changes to their vehicles, and it's caught many of their drivers off guard. NAZ Today's sports reporter Michael Manny gives us a closer look at NASCAR's next-gen car at the Auto Club NASCAR race in Los Angeles.
Whether you're a 23-year-old rookie like Austin Cindric or 21-year veteran like Kevin Harvick, the learning curve for NASCAR's next-gen car has been steep. The car faced its first true test at Auto Club Speedway, February 26th and 27th, with drivers young and old being challenged.
The process that we're going to go through with these cars as we go to these racetracks is going to be pretty rapid as far as the evolution of the car and understanding everything that comes with the car, because right now it's just a guess. It's a very well-educated guess, but you have no idea until you put all the cars on the racetrack.
10 total drivers spun out in practice and qualifying, including former champions Chase Elliott, Brad Keselowski, and Harvick, which made petty GMS driver Eric Jones a little tense.
I was nervous before I even went out for practice, just seeing those guys out there making mistakes. A guy like Kevin Harvick's not going to go out and wreck on lap 1 at practice, and especially in the old car.
So what's different about this car? First, the wheels are now 18 inches, not 15, and secured by a single lug nut. It's also more symmetrical, durable, and made to look like a car you would see on the street. It's also leveled the playing field a bit, something Auto Club winner Kyle Larson has noticed.
You had some more players, or some different players, I guess, than you maybe would have had in the past, so that part of it's neat to see.
Still, Larson believes the teams with more resources will get stronger as the season continues.
just we'll be able to build a notebook hopefully a little quicker than others, and you'll get back to dominating like we did last year.
Michael Manny, NAZ Today.
NEU men's basketball had a rough season, going 9-23 on the season and 5-15 in conference. At the Big Sky Championship, while they came close to an upset with Eastern Washington, they ended up losing 75-78, ending their season and NCAA tournament dreams. With this past season, the main question is, what comes next? With being 2 weeks out from the end of their season, NEU men's basketball has already had one player enter the transfer portal. Mason Stark, the junior from Chandler, Arizona, has a transfer from Northern State University and will be using his grad transfer to move on from NEU. Fingers crossed, despite rumors circulating. Stark is the only player we lose.
Stick around after the break for our debate with sports reporter Marissa Abreu and weekend reporter Megan Triplett.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple? Chop the
Nope, I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope, I'm high. Let's order in.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown, and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch. Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Welcome back to The Overtime. I'm Marissa Abreu, joined by our weekend reporter, Megan Triplett. Megan, are you ready to get into our debate?
I'm so ready to debate. I know March Madness is now underway, so I wanted to hear what your predictions on the Final Four are.
My predictions are Duke, Kansas, Arizona, and UNC.
All right, I agree with you on some of those. I am going to disagree with you on Duke, however. I think it's going to be Arizona and Kansas. Now, Arizona did just barely pull out that win a couple days ago, but I do think they have a shot at beating Kansas to move into the championship. Now, on the other hand, I have Gonzaga versus Purdue. I know our host Ava is really happy that I have Purdue in my Final Four. Gonzaga has the best offense in the nation and a really decent defense, so I think that they'll be able to pull out that win. All right, for our next topic, we're going to talk about Tom Brady, who recently made his announcement that he's coming out of retirement and back for his 23rd season. So I wanted to hear your opinions on that.
Well, I'm part of the people who believe that he shouldn't be on the field anymore. However, he's a good player. Don't get me wrong, he's a good player. However, I feel like he's just used up the spotlight way too much.
All right, I mean, I completely disagree with you. Tom Brady's actually my favorite football player, and he's not the first person to ever come out of retirement. His own right-hand man, Robert Gronkowski, did it last year, actually, when he decided to come back and play for Brady himself in Tampa. Antonio Brown has come back about 17 times at this point. And honestly, I was surprised when Brady retired in the first place because he's a competitive guy, and I don't see him going out without a ring, his 8th ring.
Well, he's won like over 7 Super Bowls. He's run that field way too many times. I think.
But he's still playing at a high level though, right? I mean, he preaches all the time about pliability. He's 44 years old at this point. I mean, he takes good care of his body. Why doesn't he deserve to still play?
Agree to disagree, but I'm staying on my side.
All right, guys, that's all we have time for. Stay with me after the break.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert? Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
Last summer, my new dad took me on vacation. First, we went deep sea fishing.
I'm so proud of you, son.
Then, we went on Thunder Shark 3 times.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Welcome back to The Overtime. I'm Megan Triplett, and I'll be your preview reporter for this upcoming weekend. It's a pretty slow weekend as NAU sports wrap up and high school spring sports continue with their season. Both NAU men's and women's tennis have matchups this Sunday here at home. First, men's tennis takes on the University of Idaho Vandals at 10 a.m. The Lumberjacks are currently undefeated with a 2-0 record within the Big Sky Conference, while the Vandals are 1-1 also in the Big Sky. Later on Sunday, women's tennis competes against Eastern Washington at 2 p.m. The Lumberjacks have had a tough go at it this season as their record is 3-7 overall with a 1-1 record within the Big Sky. They hope to secure a win over the 3-8 Eagles. Heading into next week, high school beach volleyball is quickly getting started as Coconino High has 2 games. Their first being on Monday against River Valley and their second on Wednesday against Payson. Both of these games start at 3 and are being played at Coconino High. On Tuesday, Flag High girls tennis takes on Mingus Union at 3:30 with Flag baseball also facing off against Mingus at 3:45. Both of these are home games. Best of luck to all teams this weekend. Back to you at the desk, Ava.
Thanks, Megan, and thank you all for joining us for this edition of The Overtime. I would like to thank our sports reporters Marissa Abreu, Megan Triplett, and Michael Manny. I'm Ava Nichols, and we'll see you next Friday at 6:15 for the next edition of The Overtime.